Hello, I'm Ashley's Cancel and welcome to the DHS Press 2019-2020 SCA Presidential and Vice Presidential Communications Debate. For the first time in Dominion SCA history, there will be a debate between candidates in order for students to be informed on the goals these students have set for the future of SCA and the student body at Dominion. We will be asking candidates running for each position a series of questions which they will have a chance to answer thoroughly. We will start off with a presidential debate between Evelyn Campos and Caitlin Newell. Hi, we're here with presidential candidate Caitlin Newell. What exactly is SCA and the SCA president?
So SCA is actually a really big part of our school. So of course this school is about academics, but we also want to focus on extracurriculars and things outside of school to really make that high school experience. And so SCA is in charge of planning those events and also making sure people want to be at them. And we want to encourage people to always show up to games, pep rallies, homecoming dances, because those are things that really make you feel like the school is smaller and that you really fit in. The SCA president is really important because the SCA president is in charge of being that person that communicates with faculty and administration for the students. They're really the voice of the students, and they make sure everything gets done to make sure the school feels like home.
Outside of your college transcript, why do you think you're the best candidate for president?
I think I would be a good candidate because I really want to be transparent, and I really want to make sure that students feel like they have a voice through me. And I've had previous leadership opportunities. So I've been a part of my church youth group leadership team. I've been a DECA officer, which has really shown me how to work with upperclassmen and underclassmen, so I know how to relate to them. And then I've also been a linker leader. So I feel like I really know the difference in what people want, and I know how I can be a voice for them.
What exactly do you do as president regarding your presence in decisions that affect the student body? No one from SCA has attended the Truly Titan meetings this year. What is your position on attending and why?
So actually, to be quite honest, I didn't know the Truly Titan team meetings happened before this. So after looking through them, I realized that they're actually really important because it's a time where faculty, students, parents can all come together and really make important decisions for our school. And I think next year we would want an SCA member there every single time to really inform what SCA is doing at the school. I also think that it's an easy way for students to to give their ideas because one of the decisions they made was no homework over break, and I think that was very beneficial to our school. So also, if I became president, I would really want to focus on ways that students feel like they have a voice, and I would want to give those opportunities through social media and show students how they can be involved.
What are the top 2 issues you want to address, and how would you resolve them? Why are these 2 top issues interesting?
So number 1, I think lack of communication has been really hard for SCA this year. I know for me, if we sometimes make a decision, but then we don't promote it early enough. Yeah. And so, for me, especially as a freshman, I know in those shoes, if I found out about a spirit day the day before, I would kind of freak out. So I think a big thing is communicating things earlier and promoting them, and also making sure that the students feel like they have a voice through the class and the SCA members. Because if students have a voice, it's for them, so of course they want to do it. And the second thing I think we need to work on is a positive attitude. So I know I fall into this trap, and I know the class does, where sometimes we make a decision, but we're not fully with it. And so if we're saying that something's not going to be fun, obviously the students aren't going to think it's fun. So I think next year we need to focus on having a positive attitude and really working on doing everything wholeheartedly.
What is something you'd want to change about the current structure of SCA, and why?
One thing I would like to change is I want to make sure that the students feel like they have more of a voice. So this could be through social media, through suggestions. I want to make sure they feel like what their ideas are, we can use them. Because sometimes there's only 20 of us in a class, so we don't have all the great ideas and we don't have ideas from everyone. But I think if we can get the students' input, we can really be a voice for them and they can really enjoy their high school time better.
Outside of Spirit Weeks, what would you do to increase school spirit?
So one thing I really noticed is that the best times for my high school time is when we score that last shot or different sporting events, because I feel like that really brings our school together. But I feel like we kind of all attend football games, which those are awesome. But I also think we should think about the other clubs at our school. So maybe drama, chorus, band, debate, or even tennis. There's some other events in our school that I think our school needs the home court advantage, and those could be a really fun time, and I think SCA should promote those more next year.
Why should the student body care about who is in the position of SCA president?
I think the student body should care because that person is their voice, really, their voice to get things done. And so I think students should care and pick someone that they think will really be a voice for them and really work to accomplish what they want and be honest and fulfill and be a leader.
Is there anything else the student body should know about your candidacy?
I think to reiterate that I want to be a voice for you guys and that I really want to make sure that you guys feel like you can come to me and I will do what you ask and that you actually have a voice in our school because that's what makes our school feel like home and feel like this tightened community is a little smaller.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, we're sitting here with President-candidate Evelyn Campos and we're going to ask her a series of questions about her candidacy. What exactly is the role of SCA and the SCA president?
I feel like the role as a SCA, being an SCA member is, being ready to prepare for like pep rally, spirit week. But SCA president, I feel like you have more responsibility. You have responsibility of figuring out what everyone would enjoy, having the class like discuss the activities you're gonna do, and you have to be able to promote well. Because I feel like if you don't really have a voice, it's kind of hard to be president because you're kind of just like quiet. So I just feel like you get to have a really loud voice and be ready to tell people like, hey, this is what we're doing. And yeah.
Outside of your college transcript, why do you think you're the best candidate for president?
I never came in for the college transcript, to be honest. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, it was a big deal. When I walked into the classroom or when I signed up last year, I knew my junior year I'd run for president. And my brother was actually president last year, so he motivated me to be president this year.
What exactly do you do as president regarding your presence in decisions that affect the student body? No one from SCA has attended the Truly Tightened team meetings this year. What is your position on attending and why?
Well, I didn't really know that existed till a couple days ago, but when Mr. Schwartz explained to me and Caitlin what it meant and like what it was all about, it sounded really interesting, and it sounded like the Truly Tighten team meeting thing seems like it's really interesting and people should come out to it. So it seems like it needs more promoting. So if I'm president, I will for sure ask the SCA class and Mr. Burns if they're okay with supporting and getting people to come out to that meeting.
What are the top 2 issues you want to address and how would you address them? Why are these your top 2 issues to address?
Top 2 issues, one would have to be school participation. We have a good participation level, but I think we could do better. Spirit, like outside of Spirit Day and Spirit Week, it could be better, but I want to make sure that people go out to all the sporting, athletic, theater, and art events. I feel like those are really important for our school and that everyone should go out, and it shouldn't be like, people shouldn't be forced to go out, like saying like, oh, they'll get extra credit if you come here. Like, I feel like our school should just do better at going out to events.
What is something you'd want to change about the current structure of SCA and why?
Outside of Spirit Days and Spirit Week, I want to find something like maybe raise money for the weight room. Maybe we can raise money for a certain charity and like figure out a charity like in the beginning of the year that we could like raise money for throughout the year that could help someone else or help others or help the school.
Outside of Spirit Weeks, what would you do to increase school spirit?
So promoting is a big thing for school spirit and just making the days better and getting people's opinion on what they want to do instead of just having the class decide. I feel like we need to go out and interact with the student body more. We did it a little bit this year, but since we were kind of new to that, it didn't really succeed. So I feel like we need to work more on getting the student body's opinion on what they want to do.
Is there anything else the student body should know about your candidacy?
Hopefully you guys think I'm a great fit for president. Hopefully I can make some changes and make the student body come together, have the student body come together, also have clubs come together and help each other out.
We'd like to thank all the candidates and make sure to visit DHS Press for all the news Titans need to know.